Hey friends, a few weeks ago I shared with you about my grandmother's teacups. And I talked to you about how when she had these teacups in her home, she used them all the time. She would serve coffee and tea and have people over. But when I inherited these cups, they went up on a shelf, and that's where they've stayed. They're dry, they're empty, they're still really good teacups, but they never get any use. And you know, I think so many Christians in our day are like that. They're very capable, they have gifts, they have incredible abilities, but they're not much use to the kingdom because they're so dry. Why are we dry? You know, I shared a few weeks ago that we're distracted. Sometimes we're just so distracted by all that's going on in our world and by everything that's going on in our lives that we don't spend much time with the Lord, and we're empty. And then last week I shared we're all so exhausted. Life is tiring, and sometimes we're just worn out. And when we're worn out, we're not much good to the kingdom. Today, I want to share another reason that we're dry with you, and it's the fact that we as believers are addicted. Now, I'm not talking about severe addictions or bad addictions. Most of us have things we struggle with, but I'm talking about sometimes we're just addicted to things that are time stealers and things that aren't good, and then things are not best for us. Let me give you an example and tell off on myself. I am quite the Coke addict. I love Coca Cola. I grew up in the deep South, and in the South, when you would get a treat as a child, I remember my grandmother would say, "I'll take you to the store or the drugstore and we'll get you a Coca Cola." If your stomach was upset, you'd get a little Coke. If you were at a restaurant, you didn't order water, you ordered a Coke. We love the soft drink, and I am a big Coca Cola drinker. But a few years ago, they decided it's not so good to have Coca Cola. And instead, we've got to drink more water. And it's been very hard for me to move from Coke to water, because I'll tell you what, I'm addicted to that sugar, but I know I don't need that much sugar, and I know I don't need all those chemicals, and so I have become a water drinker, and it's taken a little doing because I was addicted to the Coke. You know, I think a lot of times as Christians, it's like in the story of Mary and Martha. Do you remember in Luke 10, Mary and Martha have Jesus in their home, and Martha's in the kitchen all busy, and Mary chooses to go sit at Jesus's feet. And do you remember what Jesus said to Martha? He said, "Martha, you're distracted." He said, "Mary has chosen the better thing." And you know, as Christians, we have to make some choices, sometimes between what's good and what's best. For me, it's drinking less Coke and more water. But you know, it can be a simple thing for us. It can be I'm on my cell phone in the morning, or I'm having prayer time and reading my Bible. It can be Netflix, or I'm going to read a great inspirational book. It can be staying home and resting, or it can be going to church and being in God's house. There's nothing wrong with the phone or with Netflix or with rest, but it's not always the best thing. And so today, my encouragement to you is, if you're dry and you're feeling empty and you feel like God's not using you like he used to, why not ask him, "Lord, what am I choosing that's not the best thing?" Because my prayer for you today is that you will choose the better thing, and so will I. God bless you.